Hello, this is Michael, or Jericho941IMI on YouTube and blog. This is a video response to the TommyGolf85 5 Favorite Cards contest. Thank you, sir, for having a fine contest and with the great prizes. I've been on YouTube for a few years now, and I've never made a video before, so bear with me. I'm frequently in the blog rooms of Chad or Tyson or many of the others doing fine box breaks, and I really enjoy being part of the community. I PC Johnny Bench mainly, and I've been a huge bench collector for off and on since 1977. I was 12 years old, and the Reds had just won back-to-back World Series, and went out and started collecting cards then. I probably put together 4 or 5 sets that year. But back then, set collecting was all there was. There were no inserts at the time. So kids mainly, the goal was to put together a complete set each year. And it was fun trading with friends when you get duplicates, just like you do today, except it was for a different purpose. You don't see too many sets aimed at set collecting anymore. It's more individual cards or players, which is fine. It's just a different era now, because I went through the bad period in the 80s and 90s when the cards were so mass produced that it just about ruined the hobby. So it's nice to see the products that they're coming out with now, which are truly amazing, especially since I was used to much more basic design back in the day. And we'll start off with probably my sentimental favorite. It's a common card, but in 1977, it was the Johnny Bench card that I was after. I probably ended up with 20 of them that year, but the first one I got was awful special. Of course, like everybody else, Mom threw out the cards years later, but since I got back into collecting, this was probably one of the first things I bought for my collection. And it just brings back a lot of good memories back in the day when you were a kid and watching your favorite team. It's one of my favorites. I also collect Hank Greenberg. He is a Jewish player from the 30s, played for the Tigers. He was a double MVP, won 2 World Series, and just one of my favorite players also. He spent 4 years in the service in World War II, like a lot of players back then, or his numbers would have been right up there at the top at the 500 home run level and such. It's a shame a lot of good players back in that era lost time for being in the war effort. They lost career time, and probably would have had been much more respected and well known today if they got to play those 4 years. But we have to admire them for doing their time in the service. This one here, I'll call number 4 on my list right now. This is a 1935 Hank Greenberg Diamond Stars. It's an error card, one of the first error cards you ever read about. They misspelled his last name on the initial run, Greenberg with B-U-R-G instead of B-E-R-G. And it was short printed and reissued with the correct spelling, so this one's quite hard to come by. But I love this card. I've had it just for a few months now, actually, but I'm working on my vintage collection right now. I love how companies today are redoing the vintage cards as inserts or sets, but still, if you get a chance, look at some of the vintage cards. Even though today's cards redo the artistic style, they don't have the feel of the old cards with the old stock. It's just a sentimental thing. If you're an older collector, I'm 47. I've been collecting, like I said, since 77 when I was 12 years old. And it's kind of nice to look back at the vintage stuff, especially if you're an older guy like me. As far as the newer stuff, one of my favorite booklet cards is this 2010 Topps Triple Threads, and this is a number 2 of 3. This has got Bench, but it's also got Carl Yastrzemski. My wife is a big Red Sox fan, and that was her favorite player growing up. Schmidt, Smith, Morgan, and McCovey. Beautiful card. I love the book cards. They're just fantastic what they can do today, like I said earlier. But enjoy that one. Number 2, my favorite pitcher when I was a kid in the 70s was Nolan Ryan, like many people today. And this is one card Topps came out with in 2005, an all-time fan favorites. And it's retro for the 68 set. Different pictures, of course, but it's a dual autograph of Bench and Nolan Ryan. It's numbered to 50. Hard to find. They don't pop up very often. I think they're in a lot of major collections, and people don't want to let these go too often. But I love this card. It's right up there at the top all the time. Just my 2 favorite players. I don't collect Ryan, but I did want an autograph, and this was the perfect way for me to have both right here. So definitely one of my favorites here. And this one is definitely at the top of the list all the time. My favorite Bench card. This one's from 2009 Triple Threads. This is a 1/1 bat knob card. I've had this for a couple years now. Found it on eBay, but it's dual patch bat knob with the number 5 written on it. 1/1, beautiful card. Like I said, Topps, I've collected them since, like I said, 77 off and on, and I just love their product, and this is just an amazing card. I just love it. So thanks to Tommy Golf for the contest. If I would win, I would take number 5, of course, for Bench and Greenberg. Thanks a lot. I enjoy the community, and everything it does is fantastic. I enjoy the videos. I might not join all the breaks just because the money, most of my spending money goes towards my PC cards, so it's hard to get in breaks sometimes, but I do enjoy watching them, and thanks to everybody in the community for making it a lot of fun. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.